The conflict between Israel and Gaza has reached a critical point. In just the past 24 hours, over 40 Palestinians were killed as airstrikes continue to devastate communities already struggling under siege. This is not an isolated event. Attacks are spilling over into Lebanon, with Hezbollah retaliating after Israeli forces struck over 400 targets. The region is on the edge of an all-out war. One of the most tragic developments came with the bombing of a school in the Shati refugee camp, home to hundreds of displaced people. 7 lives were lost in this single attack, while dozens of others were wounded. It's hard to overstate how dire the humanitarian situation is in Gaza, with over 41,000 dead since the war began, and the numbers are rising every day. The United Nations is warning of a growing health and environmental crisis. With trash piling up and medical supplies running thin, Gaza is becoming a ticking time bomb, not just from airstrikes, but from disease, hunger, and lack of basic services. Meanwhile, the conflict has expanded. Over the weekend, Israel launched a massive wave of attacks on Hezbollah in Lebanon. In retaliation, Hezbollah targeted the Ramat David airbase in Israel, the largest exchange of fire since the war began. These aren't just sporadic clashes anymore. We're witnessing the beginning of a wider regional confrontation. And it's not just physical attacks. Israeli forces also stormed Al Jazeera's offices in Ramallah, shutting them down for 45 days. The message is clear. Israel is cracking down not only on Gaza, but on any narrative that contradicts its own. As the violence spreads, Egypt, Qatar, and the United States continue working tirelessly to broker a ceasefire, but so far, there's little progress. Egypt's Foreign Minister, Badr Abdelati, says the region is teetering on the edge of an all-out war, but Israel seems unwilling to back down. Here's where it gets even more alarming. Reports suggest that some Israeli leaders have set their sights beyond Gaza and the West Bank. There are whispers of ambitions stretching into Jordan and Lebanon. Is this war part of a larger territorial strategy? The stakes are getting higher by the day. What do you think will happen next? Is there any hope for a ceasefire? Or are we heading toward an irreversible escalation? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on the latest developments.